Hey everybody. One thing that's been discussed a little bit lately in the online forums is handles. Now, luckily all potters agree there's only one way to make a handle. Unfortunately, we cannot agree on which one way that is. Here's the way that I make them. Start with a pug of clay, tap it out to a carrot shape, dip it in some water, dip your hand in the water, pull all the way off. You're making a die with your fingers, and you don't squeeze as you go down. You just keep the same shape all the way off the end. If it starts to go one direction, don't pull that direction, go the other direction. You keep your hand wet and you keep rotating that pug of clay so that it stays nice and even and relatively round. I like a flat handle, so I start squeezing between these two fingers. As I do that, that strip of clay gets longer and wider. If you've got an old box of clay sitting around that has stiffened up on you a little bit, that's a good one to make your handles out of, because you will want them to be a little bit dry and a little bit stiff when you attach them. I usually like them to be not sticky anymore, but still soft enough that I can do a lot of bending on them. I'm going to lay this down. And pick up one that I had set aside to dry. I'm going to cut this end at a very low angle. That's the big end. And I'm going to just start to round off the tail a little bit. You will find that if you had a couple of extra hands, you would be able to find something to do with them. Now, we need to get the cup ready to accept the handle. I like to attach it near the bottom, just above my stamp, and about 5/8 of the way toward the top. You'll see how this works out in a minute. Nice, good scrape. I have some slip on a brush that I just dabble on. Give that just a minute while I dry my hands off. You want your slip to start to thicken up just a little bit. And here we go. The most important thing I can tell you, at least to my mind, of how to attach a handle is that you want the handle to fit on the pot at the angle you want it to come off the pot. About like this. I'm really smearing this handle into place. You'll notice how big this attachment area becomes. It's huge, and they never come off. Once you get that attached at the top, you bend your curve around, attach it at the bottom. One little push, two little pushes, three little pushes. Now, most important thing is you want this curve to be smooth and what boat builders would call a fair curve. For some reason this video is jumping around. So to get that really smooth, I take a knife, make one slice down through the thicker part of that clay. And I take my finger and I continue to smooth it and fair that curve. You will probably have some places where you over scratched. That's fine. Just clean them up with your finger. You want to look at your handle from all directions and make sure it's nice and square on the cup. If you need to adjust its angle a little bit, you can. But you want it straight up and down, and you want it to come directly off the cup, not at a hinky angle. There are lots of other ways to make handles, lots of other styles of handles to make. This is the one that works for me. So there we have it, handles. Thanks for watching.